Ladies and gentlemen, it is 6:05. We want to thank you for being on this call on this Friday evening, on this Good Friday. First, I want to express to everybody, I hope you had a very, very good Friday. We're super excited about this weekend. I know I am, but I'm glad that you were actually here with us to take some time out on this Friday afternoon. We know you could be anywhere else, but we're super excited to get this. And I know it's a last minute thing, but we got Mr. Pro Plus on the line with us this afternoon. This evening is giving us a little bit of his time. This man is extremely busy with this launch, so we're just honored to have him on the line with us this evening. I want to bring to the stage my business partner, Mr. Bless Ellis. He's the one that brought this to me. That actually, I'll say this. He brought this to me and made me pull the plug on it. But when I found out who was actually in charge of this, who was the owner of this, I said, well, yeah, it's a no-brainer because I know what he's done in the past. So with that being said, I got Mr. Bless Ellis, Mr. Stop Playing. Y'all got, this man cash flowed over $1 million in this industry. So when he talks about money, I do sit up and listen sometimes and everything, but I'm excited to be a partner with him. And again, so Mr. Bless Ellis, are you there?
Hi, can you hear me, Kirk?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, cool. Listen, I'm really excited to be here, guys. Yeah, I know that I'm involved in a lot of other things at this time, but this came across to me, and normally, I really don't like jump in multiple things at the same time, but this was a no-brainer, and I felt that we needed to bring it to our team, okay? So at least you guys can take a look at it, show you, because we're already using this. This already is like, this is a trip, like it's billions of dollars in this industry, right? So it's in alignment with what we already kind of do, guys, right? A lot of us are already streaming right now, okay, and we're paying for Netflix, all of these type of apps, etc. So I just thought that this would work beautifully for us, guys. Hold on, are you recording? Yes, we are recording with Coach Reg. Okay, shout out to Coach Reg, who brought this to my attention. And it's hard to get my attention, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Kirk will tell you, and people will tell you that I turn on a whole lot of stuff. But this right here, I think is gonna be a really good thing. It's gonna be a really good eye opener for you guys. And I'm excited to introduce a good friend of mine as well. I've known him for the same length of time. Kirk Wheeler has known him. We've been in other business situations. He's been in corporate in these other situations. So, with that being said, amazing guy, guys, and he is the owner of this company. When I found out that he was the owner of this, I was like, yeah, we're about to turn this thing way up. All right. And I'm excited to have all of you guys here. So, with that being said, I'm going to introduce you guys to Mr. Josh Phelps. Are you
Mr.
there,
Ellis,
sir?
first of all, sir, do you need to share a screen or anything? Do I need to let you share anything?
Yeah, if you could let me
Okay.
share my
Yes,
screen,
sir.
that'd be amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doing that right now.
All right, perfect. Well, everyone, welcome out and big shout out to Kirk and Bless for putting this together. Crazy enough, I do want to be very clear from the very beginning. 5 years ago, I walked away from the online marketing industry. And, genuinely, I had no desire to come back to it. With what I have created with Finance Pro, we built a massive business in the B2B space. My brother, who owns $1 billion credit card processing company, he's my partner here in Finance Pro. And we were just providing people in a very big way massive B2B solutions, which you'll see more about that later on down the road. And coming into the streaming world, I'm someone that has spent hundreds of dollars every month for a very long time because I enjoy my entertainment, right? I love watching pay-per-view fights. I love watching sports. And the reality of it is we all pay a lot of money for that. And when looking at what we were doing, it's so amazing to me. The people that I once have done amazing things with back in the industry, like you heard Bless say a second ago, and Kirk, when they found out that we had this put together, the opportunity became next level. And I want to be clear about that. The streaming service in itself, the opportunity to have access to all of this, and I'm actually going to show you a little bit of it here on this call tonight. We're not going to go through a presentation. I'm just going to show you the service live. I think that's the best example of it to actually see it, right? But beyond that, I do want you to understand something. The only reason why we are coming back into the network marketing industry is because we have the gold product and service of the century. And I truly mean that. If it was not something that had the ability to scale virally all over the world, we would just take it business to consumer, right? But in looking at this And one thing that Kirk and Bless can tell you about myself is my desire from the very start was to be able to bless and help millions of people all around the world have access to the best of the best, be able to create the best opportunity. And unfortunately, being a part of other companies in the past, when you're not leading the ship, who understands that like you don't get to control the scene? You're at the mercy of whoever the leadership is. And for me, I found that a lot of companies just did not have the necessary tools and the necessary infrastructure, and dare I say, even necessary intelligence to be able to create something that was long term, right? And when we built what we built, the fact that we own the processing company, that's a big one. Payments are a very big issue in the online marketing industry. Number two, the back office that you're going to see, we own that. But when it comes to the streaming, I want you to understand the reason why this is hands down one of the most viral and easy services to ever share with anybody is because every single one of us already pay for it. Put a one in the chat box or just raise your hand if you have streaming or you have cable, right? There's no way around it. No one that I know has a TV and doesn't have either streaming or cable or something satellite attached to it. And without going through the presentation tonight, what I will tell you is the average American spending $100 to $200 or more to be able to have cable, satellite, or streaming. And one of the unique things that we did, and I'm actually going to pull this up and show you, is we have brought together something like has never been available before. When we're talking about TV, I'm talking about movies, I'm talking about TV shows, all on demand that you get access to here in this service. All right. Pay-per-views. You can tell that I enjoy watching pay-per-views. That's the main thing that I'm paying attention to. Right. But I want you guys to see this. Over 1,000 live channels are included within this service. One of the other unique things about it is from your cell phone, from your computer, from your TVs, you can utilize this service on 7 different devices. Most every other subscription-based streaming company limits you or charges you more if you want to add more devices to it, or they log you out of a device when you log into a new one, right? And that's things that begin to become frustrating as well as more costly. I want you to look at this when it comes to your news, when it comes to kids' movies and family movies, or kids' TV shows, and continuing on. Literally everything that you could want to watch is here, right? You have your Cinemax, you have your HBO, you have your Showtime, you have your Stars, the specialty channels, they're all included. All of you that like sports, literally anything and everything you want to watch with sports is on here. And so much so that I'm going to go up to the top because beyond just scrolling through all the channels, which we could do for a really hot minute here, all right, you can scroll through at the top and you can actually go through and look. This is our US channels, all right? These are our local channels with all of the local news. And I want you guys to see how fast the actual interface works and the streaming works. One thing that I will be very clear, one of the big things for me is being that I've been in the banking industry for over 13 years now. My brother owns $1 billion company in the banking industry for nearly 30 years now. We have really good attorneys and legal counsel. And when doing what we're doing, I do want to be very clear. There is no pirating going on. There is no unlicensed streaming going on. And there is nothing in this scenario where we are doing anything without the license and proper ability to do it. That was one of the very big thing for us. All the streaming, when you actually see this, guys, the streaming is next level. Look how fast this comes in. Okay.
Sorry I had them so long. Can't say I
This is not something that is less than top tier in any level. Okay. When it comes to premium, this is what I was talking about. Your Showtime, your Cinemax, and all of these. When it comes to sports, all of the main sports channels are here. ESPN, SEC Network, NBA TV. But you can even go more in depth with it if you desire to. Go over here. Check this out. With MLB, you literally can go and select what team you want to watch. And if they're playing, you have access to the game. All right. Soccer. All the soccer games are listed here. NBA. You're an NBA fan. Obviously, playoffs are happening right now. It's a good time to have access to this. All right. The WNBA, the NFL, all of the tickets and the passes to watch every NFL game, NHL, the Olympics, Bali Sports. All right. You can go through this. We also have Italian TV. We also then have where it's Portuguese, as well as our Spanish channels on here as well. So I truly want you to understand the opportunity that we have at hand. When it comes to service and providing access, there is nowhere that you can get more at a higher level for a lower price. And that's something that's really powerful to understand. When it comes to Hulu alone, right? Hulu TV, that's $82 at the base. If you want to watch TV without ads on it, guess what? That's an extra $15. If you want the sports ticket, that's an extra $10, $15. It's just being upsold at every corner. With what we have, guys, we're giving you everything that you can utilize. Movies, and I'm talking about, it is a ton of movies. Okay? I mean, we can scroll. It is amazing what is listed on here and what's available. Anything that's streaming on live TV, guys, you have the ability to come and enjoy it. Okay? Even your music channels, they're here. I mean, you name it, we have access to it. And it is something that is very exciting. You know, it's one thing to be involved in an opportunity that's exciting to you. It's another thing to be in an opportunity that's exciting to everyone, right? If there's one thing that I know, people enjoy being entertained. Can we take a moment just to be honest about that? People love to be entertained, whether that's sports, whether that's movies, you name it. We pay for entertainment at every turn of our life. And what we wanted to do is, without the fragmented content, without the ad content, without upselling anybody, we wanted to provide the most value for the best price. You realize pay-per-views, and I'll go back really quickly so you can see this. You realize pay-per-views are $50 to $80 usually per pay-per-view. Okay, I watch the UFC all the time. I'm a really big fight fan, and I really enjoy it. But guys, it's kind of ridiculous when you think about how much money that people are spending to be able to watch that. I mean, that's $79.95. You have 2 fights a month. That's $150 just enjoying the fights. You know, so check this out. From the zone and pay-per-views, all of the pay-per-views, concerts, UFC, boxing, WWE, like WrestleMania is coming up. We've had people ask, well, do we have WrestleMania? Yes, you get to watch WrestleMania. The UFC 314 fight that just happened, what, last week? We were all talking about it in the chat box and how amazing it is to have streaming that's done in a way that's 4K, number one. This isn't some random, it's pausing, it's buffering, it's circling. No, this is 100% 4K, top of the top access and value when it comes to streaming. Then when it comes to the compensation plan, I'm going to share just quickly about this because I truly want you to understand the vision of this. In owning my own company, I learned a very valuable lesson. Every service that's sold in a company that you own, who agrees the owner gets paid for that? Okay? If you own a brick and mortar, every t-shirt that's sold, who's getting paid for that? The person that owns it. Every burger that's being sold, outside of employees and cost, who's getting paid for that? The owner. In most affiliate marketing situations, I'm not talking about network marketing, but affiliate marketing, you're only paid 1 or 2, maybe 3 levels at the most. Because once you go beyond that, then there's more filings and things that you have to take care of from a legality standpoint going into the network marketing space, right? So with that being said, with a viral product that is global, that in 99.8% of the world, this can be sold in and taken to, at a price point like what we have here, I truly want you to understand there is nothing that has the ability to grow faster, in my opinion, than anything out there in the online marketing and network marketing space. I don't care what it is. And the big thing that I love about this is there's no risk involved. You know, I've invested for over a decade now, right? Kirk, Bless, we've been a part of trading companies together. And with that being said, like there's always risk of loss. There's always the opportunity that some will make money and others will lose money. I have really good news. You have no opportunity to lose money here. The only thing that's going to happen if you don't go make a bunch of money is you're going to get better entertainment for a lower price than you're already spending right now. So at the bare minimum, you win. Then the icing on the cake is you can go and build an income that will retire you. The way the compensation plan is structured is a 3-leg build. And the reason why it's done like that is because number one, and regardless of any companies or anything you're involved with, I'm not taking shots here. I'm just talking fundamentally comp plans, right? Like in a binary, you know you're only getting paid on one leg. You could have 1 million people in this leg and you're making nothing, but you're only getting paid on your weaker leg in a binary system. With a 3-leg build, you have the opportunity to live like the CEO. Every person that comes underneath that, you have the ability to earn off of. And I wanted all of you to understand this is structured in such a way that you can take this to anybody and everybody. And one of the unique things about this is because it's a forced 3x9 matrix, once these three positions are filled at the top, once their three positions are filled at the top, everybody has to keep flowing down. That's a really unique factor about this, where everybody that is up, that now has people to place, they go underneath you, and it still benefits the entire community, where now you're in a position where you're not just earning off of a couple levels, you have the ability to earn unlimited levels. It makes sense. It makes money. Bless can tell you, Kurt can tell you, we've made a lot of money together in the past. But I never had the opportunity to run the ship the way that I knew it needed to be run. From an infrastructural level, guess what, guys? We own the back office. My development team built it. Processing company. When it comes to taking in payments, we own the processing company. When it comes to the service, we have all the licensing. We're in a position where everything that needs to be taken care of fundamentally and practically, beyond the excitement of it, has been checked off. And now at this point, because you have a strong foundation, same thing we learn in a biblical world, on a strong foundation, things have the ability to really grow. And this is why I'm getting calls every day right now without calling people. And they're saying, hey, 5 people just reached out to me yesterday about this. Hey, 10 people just reached out to me yesterday about this. The word's getting out before we've really made a big splash. And let me explain this to you. Finance Pro started in 2022. We've done over $1 billion for our clients between our tax credits, our class action lawsuits, and our merchant services. We didn't want to just be niched into the B2B space. We wanted to have a global impact, not just so we could make a whole bunch more money. That's the fun part of it. But the beautiful part of it, beyond creating wealth, is being able to bring something that everybody is already participating in. It's one thing to try to sell people on weight loss. Some people just don't care. But what I do know is they like their entertainment. Not everybody wants to invest in the trading world. We know that. Some people won't touch it, right? But you know what they will touch? The remote. This is a situation where anywhere you walk out of your house or your apartment, you're looking at customers and agents every direction you look. You're going to have a hard time every single day not seeing people that you need to talk to about this, and they actually want it. It's one thing to be excited about what you're excited about. It's another thing to bring something that other people are excited about and they're already paying for. Okay? So I don't want to go into some deep presentation tonight, but practically speaking, we have hit gold. And we are doing something that has never been done before like this. There's been small bootleg streaming companies that's tried to come up, right? That are putting things on VPNs or jailbreaking sticks and stuff. Like, guys, we're not doing that. All right. We have the licensing to have access and stream everything that we are streaming and we have access to. We're here for a long-term run. And when I say long-term run, I'm not talking about a year or 2 years. I'm talking about decades to come. All right. And one of the beautiful things about our company is once you hit the second promotion level, which is $1,000 a month in residuals, you also get to select the heir of your company. So if anything ever happens to you, right? We know being born as a human being, at some point we shall pass on to the next dimension. Whatever you believe about that, at some point we know that we're not going to make it out alive, right? We have put into place where you're able to pass on your business to whoever you choose, because we're not here just so you can work for a little bit and it die with you. And I mean that in a very respectful way, but it's true. In corporate America, if you have an hourly job, if you pass away, they're not going to give in your family what money you would still have coming in. If you had a salary, that's gone now. We wanted to build something that truly has legs for legacy, that truly has the ability that what work you put in now, the opportunity before we go global May 4th to be positioned and begin to explode, that you have the ability to sit in front of a $2 trillion wave the next 7 years of growth that's already coming. And we go from all being the people that are paying for these billions of dollars, trillions of dollars that are going into the streaming market, to now we're getting paid by it. Okay? Better entertainment and now better money. Do understand this, and I'll finish with this. It is our money that is building this wealth empire for all of these streaming companies. If it was not for us buying, they would have no money, they would have no business. I really hope you understand that. So we're just repositioning ourselves. There's power in positioning yourself in powerful places. Right? where you go from just being the one spending to now you go to being the one that gets better and earning. Entertainment and earning is what we're focused on. And then on top of that, excellence with everything that we're doing. So, Kirk, bless, that's all I have right now. If there's specific questions, I would love to answer them. And I'm just excited about this. This is a place that everybody can win. And I want to be very clear. We are going to win in the biggest way out of any company that's ever came into this space. We're not here to participate. We're not here to play small ball. We're here to dominate and give everybody a true opportunity for the long run.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Josh, we really appreciate it, man. I do have a question. So
Yes, sir.
you're saying with these 7 devices that, I got a daughter ready to go to college in the fall into University of Wilmington, University of North Carolina, Wilmington. So you mean I can give her an account and she can go out of my house because I know the service that I have right now is limited to an IP address, and it has to be on the same network. So you're saying I can give one to her, I can give one to my brother in his house.
Yep, 100%. It doesn't matter where you're at. You get 7 devices that can go on it. I was over in Paris, Dubai, and London about a month ago, and I was enjoying the service at each place.
Hmm.
And it's amazing. When I was flying on the airplane back, like, yeah, we had tons of movies on the plane, but I was just so excited that I had my own company, my own app that I can watch anything I want to on it.
Right.
It's so exciting.
Right. I think I'm in charge of my brother. He
I
helped me
would
pay the bill. Ladies and gentlemen, you have any questions?
I
Imagine
have a
being,
question.
where, being involved when Netflix first launched and being the owner of Netflix or being the owner of, y'all remember the DVD store? What was it called? What was the
Block,
DVD store?
Red box,
Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Blockbuster.
yeah, Blockbuster.
blockbuster.
Remember, they didn't take advantage of Netflix, right?
They did.
They didn't think it was gonna work, right? So imagine being the Blockbuster and not getting involved because this is ground floor. When he truly says ground floor, you're on the ground floor with Mr. Phelps. We have direct contact with them. So if we have issues, hey, we know exactly who to go to. I don't see any issues coming, but we
Yep.
have that you're on the ground floor now. So imagine being on the ground floor of something in a year, or it takes 2, 3 years, and you have 1,000 customers. Because I will tell you guys one thing that I know. There was another company that I was involved with over 10 years ago selling TV services. 10 years ago. I still have a membership. I'm still getting paid for those TV services right now, but think I'm gonna go to them because their service wasn't comparable. It didn't have all of this. But that's called true residual when you're still getting paid for something that you're no longer doing.
Yep.
So I'm really excited about this opportunity. Are there any comments, any
I
questions?
have a
Anybody have anything?
question.
Go
I have a
ahead.
question.
Uh-huh.
I would like to, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
ma'am.
evening.
How are you?
Hi, I'm Elva. Hi, I'm so excited. I appreciate my friends who got on the call. I really do appreciate sometimes when you share something with someone so quickly, people don't move on it. And I really appreciate those who showed up for me tonight, I mean today, and I know that you guys are just as excited as I am. I have a question. I invited someone to the call, and I was wondering what's a good rebuttal, because she was like, "Well, I have free streaming. We could do free streaming. I have Roku, however you say it."
Yeah.
And I was stuck because I'm new, right? But I'm so excited. I'm trying to tell but I was like, okay, well, I let her go. But I was like, wow, I wish I knew a rebuttal for that one. And I'm learning a lot more today on this call. And I'm gonna keep being repetitive with learning. What would be a good statement to make to someone who says, oh, I get it free. I got Roku, I got Fire Stick. It's free. You can watch anything you want.
Yeah. So with that, 90% of the time, if not 99% of the time, with these Roku sticks and stuff, their service is usually terrible in terms of buffering and stuff. It usually runs slow. On top of that, you're in a situation where technically that is not legal, just to be very clear. There's a reason why it's called jailbroken. It's not because it's legally broken or legally set up, So with that, there's 2 things. Number one, if that's the route someone wants to take, that's fine. I am never the one that's going to fight for someone when it comes to arguing about something. There's just too many people that want it to even go down that path. Number 2, a Roku doesn't make you anything. Having that does not help you go and build a business that's going to retire you. So if all the desire is to just watch TV for free, jailbroken, do what you do. I'm not mad at you. There's worse things that could go on in the world, but when it comes to being able to build an income, when it comes to getting all the pay-per-views, having all the streaming and everything legally, where it does all of the updating and everything for you. Like you're not having to reboot the system. You're not going to have to in a year get a new Roku stick because that one went bad. That happens. And you did pay for that, right? Like it didn't just show up at your doorstep for free. So with that being said, we are providing what's 10 times, 20 times, 50 times more value than every cable company out there, than Hulu TV, YouTube TV. I mean, when you name it. And then the box that we have, it actually does have everything. It is legal, and you also get paid for it. So that's one of the really unique things that we have in this when it comes to several things. Number one, you get better quality. And I don't know, maybe not everybody feels this way, but I just feel like I deserve the best. Like I really believe God created me for excellence and abundance, and I'm not really the type of person that settles. I grew up very poor in a ministry home, and I made a decision at a young age that I was not going to live poor growing up, and my daughter was sure as heck not going to be born into a poor family, And with that, it's been an absolute blessing. The streaming for me is the ability to take anybody and everywhere, anybody from anywhere, everywhere they want to go. This has the legs to build you $10,000 a month overnight. There is nothing easier than this. And if someone just wants to be a customer, then bless them, let them enjoy that. But there is no shortage of customers out here with this. This is global. You can have people in Latin America, South Africa, Europe, Australia, and understand those people are hungry. An extra $500 a month in countries where their average income is $200 a month, we just multiplied their income and changed their life. So with that, from every angle of this, I can tell you, when you really understand it, which I know you're going to here very shortly and you're already beginning to, there's no place that you can say that it's not worth more than trying to go and find something else. We win every time. It's called Streampro for a reason. It's the pro way to stream.
Love that answer. Anybody else got any comments or questions?
Okay, Josh, I do. I just want you to really quickly, if you don't mind, going over the compensation plan, or at least that, the breakdown on how to build this thing, because success loves speed, and we're gonna do this real fast. We ain't playing no games.
I'll pull up my screen shortly, but I just need everybody to write down and mentally take a note. 10. Yeah. One of the biggest things that I can teach you, and many of you probably know this already, but sometimes we need a reminding of what we actually know because life gets busy, right? Multiplication is better than addition. Can we all agree with that? What's 10 plus 10? It's 20. Plus another 10. What is that? 30. But what's 10 times 10? 100. Times 10, 1,000. Who agrees 1,000 is a lot more than 30? And who agrees you go a lot further multiplying than you do just adding? Okay? The way this compensation plan was built is actually insane. And sometimes I think we may be just a little bit too generous, but at the end of the day, we're here for impact. Okay? I want you to understand something. Without going through every single part of this right now, you get paid upfront per customer one time. Okay? When you get a new customer, an agent, you sell a box, every single time you get paid upfront. But the big money is in the residual income that pays the following week you hit the promotion. Okay? The reason why I talked about getting 10 is the power of multiplying, and the more momentum you put into your business, the further it has legs to run without you. Who agrees you would like to build a business one day that passively continues to build for you, even when you're on vacation? You could throw your phone in the ocean for a month, but your bank account is still getting transactions every week. Okay? That is what is happening here. Okay? So when you get started, if you have 20 agents, remember it's 3 legs. You're getting paid $500 a month, $125 a week, but this is the power of 10. When you get started, we're not here to play small. Who would rather jump through the promotions than just sit there stagnant? Okay? I want to show you how to get to momentum now. And it's easy because all your job is to do is come in and get your 10. Duplicate and multiply is my philosophy. All right? When you come in and get 10, and then those 10 get 10, that's over 100. You're already making $1,000 a month. Okay? You're getting paid weekly income. This could happen this week. This could happen in 2 days. It's up to you. You bring in 10. They bring in 10. That process happens one more time. 100 times 10, that's over 1,000. You're making $2,500 a week, $10,000 a month off of people getting better TV service. Top of the top. All right. And if you don't know this, I'll show you this quickly. Look how many hundreds of millions of subscribers are just paying all of these subscriptions between these four companies. Between Netflix, Disney, Hulu, and YouTube TV, there's over 500 million subscribers. Okay? Understand this and put it in your head now. There is not a shortage of people. I don't think you have enough breath in your lungs to go tell all the people that can qualify for this, which is the beautiful component of having a team. Okay? So if you get 10, they get 10, and they get 10, you're making $10,000 a month. If that process happens one more time, 1,000 get 10, that's 10,000. You're at executive 100 making $25,000 a week for 10,000 agents, $100,000 a month. Okay, I don't know about you, but I said it at the beginning. I'm not here for a little money. We're already making a ton of money with Finance Pro with what we're doing serving business owners. We're here to build the biggest streaming company out here and compete with them, but we're not necessarily competing because we're already winning with more value. We're just catching up. They've been around for a while. All right, now we're coming to take over. You get 10, they get 10, then they get 10. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, 10,000 a month. Step 4, 1,000 get 10. You're making 100,000 a month. That process happens one more time. You have over 100,000 people. You're making $500,000 a month, and you're just a skip away from $1 million a month. Okay? And if you've never dreamed this big, I need you to understand, I was on the phone with a gentleman yesterday that's made over $28 million in this industry that is coming all in with us. Okay? The biggest of the biggest see the vision with this. The person that needs money sees the vision with this. You know why? Because all we're giving is better entertainment, more value, better access, more money. Who agrees that's a better place to be? Okay? So compensation-wise, this is huge. As soon as you hit the promotion, weekly residual starts the following Thursday. Pay period ends Sunday night, midnight, PST. All right? Checks hit Thursday night. All right? So even before you get to the weekend, you have money coming in. You guys are going to have more fun watching TV on the weekends than you ever did because you're effectively getting paid to watch TV. Talk about changing the game. Remember when your teachers told you you'll never be successful? You don't do this. You don't do that. I'm like, I get paid over $10,000 a month to watch TV. You don't tell me anything. Okay? Listen, like this is what we're creating. And this is the part that I want you to understand. Until May 4th, we are not rolling out access to all of the customers yet. You can only sign up as an agent. There's 2 things that I really hope you understand here tonight. There are people that get rich because they are talented, and they're going to be successful no matter what they do. And then on the other side of the token, there's people that get rich because they were at the right place at the right time. You can get rich from talent, but you also can get very wealthy from timing. And I'm very excited to let you know you could not be at a better place at a better time. This is the biggest movement you have ever been a part of. And you know what's crazy enough? Sometimes God brings these things in a way that we just never expected. When I first started having the conversations with the technology provider and talking about it, I was like, I don't know about streaming. Then I started to look at it. I was like, what do you mean I don't know about streaming? I watch this every day and it makes me not a penny. It costs me money. And then when I began to look at the access of everything that we had compared to the rest, I said, dude, this is a winner. At the very minimum, we're going to save people money, giving them more value than they already have. It makes sense to get more for less than to spend more for less. Does that make sense? That's what's happening here.
Josh, real quick, can you explain the simplicity of using the system? We know that you have to have a box for certain things, but as far as downloading on Roku, on Fire Stick, on a computer, how simple, how easy? Because a lot of people, I found out a lot of people are not technologically savvy.
Hey, I'm sorry, but Josh, can I answer that? Because I wanted to give a testimonial.
Please. Yeah, please.
Crazy. Hey, you guys, this is Coach Ray. I've got a cold. I'm so sorry. But sorry, Kirk, for interrupting. But
No problem.
I was driving down the road yesterday, and I probably shouldn't say this because somebody might call the police on me or something. But I signed up for the program. Within hours, they're going to send you an email once you pay to sign up. In that email, it's going to tell you to download the app and log in. While I'm driving, I went to the Play Store, downloaded the app, put the password in, put my ID in, and boom, within a couple seconds, I was watching CNN on my telephone driving down the road with the telephone in the windshield. crazy, you guys. It's amazing. And my wife, my family, they watch all kinds of sitcoms. I didn't know this was the case. I've been just going through this thing, just loving every second. I'm talking pay-per-view, all the sports, everything you can imagine. Tons of movies. I'm thinking there's a few movies. You go in there and search, any movie you want is in there. I went to the series. People watch that, all the Queen's Men, all the Tyler Perry, all that. If you search, that series is going to come up. And when it comes up, not only does it come up, it shows season 1, season 2, all the seasons, episode 1 through now. So if you missed it yesterday, it's going to be there today so you can watch. You can binge watch, or it's like it's recorded for you to see it when you want to. Everything is here. Quick, easy, simple. I've been talking to you. They got these flash drives and stuff they got to plug into a TV. None of that. Kurt hit it on the head earlier. I've got 5 devices. Guess what? My 6th one, I'm going to give to my daughter because she's got Roku TV, not Roku, she's got YouTube TV, paying $84 a month. I'm going to give her my password. She'll have it now on her TV. Get rid of the YouTube TV, and she just saved $84, and it doesn't cost me anything. You guys, it's awesome. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Josh.
Well, Coach, first I want to say to you, I'm glad that you are an attorney because right now you can consult with yourself if you get stopped for watching TV. Because I actually did that. I got stopped for watching TV on my tablet about 3 or 4 years ago. Got a ticket for that. But, so we don't recommend y'all doing that. But the simplicity of this thing, man, is just incredible.
Super simple. That's the point.
I love it. And
anybody else comments or questions? Anybody else comments or questions? We know Josh has a lot to do. We don't want to keep him too long. So if you do have a question, please unmute yourself. It's 6:41.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm one of Coach Reg's people. My name is Karen Brown, and I just logged in, and I want, how much does it cost? I am paying for Hulu, Prime, Paramount, Netflix. I would like to consolidate into one thing and be able to, this just sounds like the answer for me because I was like, something's got to go.
Yep.
But now everything can go and I can still have everything but what is the price?
So there's 2 prices, right? There is the customer price and then there's the agent price. To be a customer, which isn't available until May 4th, because we're just working on building all the agents to help everybody get paid the most money when we do open it up. It's $99 to be an agent. So for less than $100 a month, you have a global business that also includes the service and all of the technology, the links to go and share, the back office, all of that's included for less than $100. You never pay more. If you want the box, which that'll be made available in May, the box will be made available in May to everyone. That's $149 one time per box. So the difference is, so you have a clear understanding, the service, the Streampro Live, that's everything streaming on live TV and a ton of movies and a ton of TV shows. The pay-per-views, everything that's live, right? But when it comes to the box gives you the ultimate movie on demand experience ever. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of movies. All the originals from Netflix, anything that you could see on any of those apps, you do get that included with the box. So the TV covers everything live, all sports, music, entertainment, you name it. A good demand of movies and TV shows. The box gives you every movie you could ever type in. I don't think you can stump the box. So that's really the benefit of both of them. Now, remember, with the Streampro Live, you can use that on 7 different devices. You can have it on your TV, your tablet, your phone. Like I have it on my computer too, because I'm on my computer nonstop, even more than sitting in front of a TV. And with that, I'm able to have it going live there. With the box, it's whatever device that you plug it into. But everything comes fully loaded, ready to go. Like, for instance, with the box. I know a lot of people that are selling the bootleg service and stuff. It takes 15, 20, 30 minutes to download the box. Then you got to bring the apps in. When our box comes in, all you do is plug it up to the HDMI cord, connect to the Wi-Fi, and it's live. And you're streaming. So, and understand that is in 8K too. Most TVs don't even have the ability to stream as high quality of what we offer, which is really awesome. Because usually companies aren't providing the highest value. They're just trying to have something to sell. We're excellent all the way around, A to Z. The best, the most professional, and the most powerful. And then luckily for all of us, also then the most profitable. Great question, Karen. Thank you so much for asking that.
I have one last question. I was
Yes.
wondering, does a person, I'm assuming a person doesn't need both, or do you need both to get the ultimate? In other words, if we had the box, we actually need the streaming service.
The TV service is required to get the box at $149, which is the special price with that. And also from a business standpoint, the money is in the reoccurring residual for all of us building an income. You know, anytime there's only a one-time charge, there's only a one-time commission opportunity. With the
So
residual side of it, you then get paid reoccurring every single week.
So is the box 149 one? You said one time, is that right? That's not
Yes,
monthly.
ma'am. One time. And then this TV service, if you're just a customer, is $74.95. If you're an agent, it's $99. But at the first promotion level of Pro 500, you're making $125 a week. So after paying your cost at 99 at the first promotion level, you're still profitable 400%. You're making $400 in profit outside of covering your 99.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else? Any
And
other comments?
I have about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm going to have to roll after this, but this
Yes,
has been
sir.
amazing.
Well, sir. Well, we're going to wrap it up like that, guys. We don't want to keep him. We know he has a lot to do. Get back with the person that. Okay. One last question in the chat. Good day. My name is Eddie Nunn. I'm from the United States, but currently live in Bermuda. Can I sign up under the country of Bermuda, and will the service work?
Yes, sir. As long as you have internet or service, we are live. The only countries that we can't operate in legally right now are terroristic countries or countries that are under sanction right now, because it goes against every legal compliant policy out there, and we're not willing to play those games. We have 7 billion people we can market to. I think we have enough people right now that we can reach out to.
Roughly 8.6 billion people in the world, 340 million in the United States. We got enough people. Guys, we want to really thank Mr. Phelps for giving up some of his time this evening to be on this Zoom to answer our questions. I'm sure we're going to have more, but get in, get your service, get back with the person that invited you, tell them you're ready to sign up for free, register for free, then go ahead and activate your service, build your 10. Build your team, because the quicker you get your team built, this thing is going to grow exponentially. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, I always say. So that snowball is growing downhill, rolling and getting bigger and bigger. All of a sudden, you can't stop it. Your list is going to be your residuals are going to be coming in. And if Bless Ellis is still here, he always has a saying. Good. I want you to tell him your saying about opportunity.
Listen, opportunity comes to everyone, but opportunity waits for no one, right? So right now, guys, it's your turn and it's your opportunity. And we're going to do this really fast because success does love speed. So guys, when these links go out, because this is the first chosen in this group, when the links go out, get on immediately. Start positioning your people, okay? Because this is going to be real fast. We ain't going to play no games with this. We're going to get in there. We're going to get our 10. We're going to get to the hundreds. We're going to get to the thousands really quickly. All right. And plus, I love the way this is structured because everybody falls under everybody. So nobody could lose. Okay. So get in as soon as you can. I'm really excited for all of y'all, the ones who take action. Some of you guys just want to be customers at some point in time, or just looking at it as being a customer. If you are, it doesn't make, there's no reason. Go with the $99 situation and share it with your friends and family, guys. And let's make this happen. Stop playing. All right. So with that being said, I pass it. That's right. I pass it back to you, Kirk.
Last thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask this. We haven't talked about, y'all saw this call was impromptu. Mr. Phelps, we want to thank you again for jumping on. We're glad to have you in at some other time after the launch and everything to answer more questions or give us more guidance, I would say. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk, I'm asking Bless Ellis right now because we know this was impromptu. I know a lot of people have already asked me in private, is there a recording of this? I do not have access to everybody on here, so with Bless right here, I want to ask you right here, do you want to start maybe a Telegram group so we can have a group of everybody and then we can put recordings in there and post when the next Zooms are going to be or something?
Yeah, sure.
If we do that, so if we want to do that, then what I'll do, and we'll make this announcement right now in the Telegram group. There will be no links in the Telegram group. It is strictly for people to come in and see recordings and find out when the next Zooms are. Nobody won't put links in. I won't be putting links in. Bless won't put links in. Nobody be putting their links in. You are responsible for your people. However, so if anybody wants to join this Telegram group, I'm going to go ahead and make it. Give me about 10 minutes and the link will be, I'll go ahead and put the link in the chat right now because I always like to brand my links. It would be Streampro Telegram. Get paid like Kirk. comment. I use my website because I can make a link quickly. So it is streamprotelegram.getpaidlikekirk.com. Give that about 15 minutes to go live. Everybody join that Telegram group if you want to. And that's where I'll post this recording of the Zoom, and then we'll put future updates in that Telegram group. So once again, thanks everybody for jumping on this Friday evening. Hope you have a rest of a blessed Good Friday. Get in the Telegram group and bring all your people, and that's where we'll put updates in. Mr. Phelps, last time, appreciate you jumping on, sir. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for this opportunity. And once again, thank you for allowing us to be on ground floor and to help you bring this to fruition. We hope to be working with you for a very, very, very long time. We're honored to have you, sir. So thank you again. This Zoom now, ladies and gentlemen, is officially over. The chat, look in the chat, and there is the link for the Telegram group. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys.
Be blessed, guys. Bye.
Thank you.